Welcome to the second part of Lesson 10. I will be going over Bubbles 6, 8, and 10. So taking a look at this one on Bubble 6, if you aren't to Bubble 6, go ahead and take a moment to pause this video and go ahead and get to Bubble 6 so that you can work along with us. Okay. So what we're going to do in this is, again, we always want to run it every time and just see what happens. And then if we need to make changes, we need to make changes. But we want to rewrite this program to use functions rather than repeated code. So we need to carefully read this and see what's repeated and what we can call a function for. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you to stop this video and go ahead and try and define that function and put it into your code and run it and come back when you're done. Okay, welcome back. And so what we notice is that, and I'm not sure exactly how they want you to do this, so what I notice is the repeat log of every day the cat does the same thing. And I'm going to make this a little bit larger so we can see it. So taking a look, noticing that this repeats over and over and over again. Right? So that's what I might want to call my function for. So when I do that, I need to do a couple of things. One is that I need to determine what I want to call it. I just called it daily routine. And then I'm just going to tab these over. It really doesn't matter if you do that, but I did that just to make it easier for myself so that I could see what's going on. That's my daily routine that I'm calling. And in my daily routine, so these all start to be the same. I'm just going to delete these out so that they're out of the way. That the cat's daily routine doesn't change. It's all the same. And so I'm going to leave it's a cat's diary because that tells the title of it. But I do want to call in my new function. So function daily routine. And then I want to call in that. And then I want to close it. And then let's run it and hope that works. So you can see a cat's diary morning, and it happens all the time. If I wanted to call that again and again, I could just call that same function over and over and over again and keep repeating for that many days. But I think that's enough for what it's asking you. So you can go ahead and finish up Bubble 6. Bubble 8 gives you some information that's going to help you with Bubble 8. So you do want to read over Bubble 7, take a look at this. There's also a video on your sheet that you're going to want to watch, debugging variable and scope. So watch that. So go ahead and stop your video, go watch that, and take a look at what you're doing first, and then come back. Okay. Welcome back. We're going to move on to our next bubble. I'm going to assume that you got a chance to watch that, so we'll move on. And then we're going to take a look. We want this program should buy an apple every time it is clicked, but it doesn't seem to be working. Run the code to see how it works and debug the scope issue so that it runs correctly. So you can see our yellow there, our yellow there. We need to go and fix that. So go ahead and stop your video. Try and fix it and come back. And welcome back. You'll notice that we have the variables defined up here, and if you had read and watched that video, you would notice that we've also got them defined in the function as well, which is throwing off our program. So we just need to delete out those variables like we did in our last lessons, and then we can run it. And then now when I click it, and I can speed that up, I click it, I had 0 apples, now I have 1, and there's only 4 left. 3, 2, 1, and then 0, and then it actually goes into negative. And that's just how you fix that one. So that's a pretty simple fix. You can go ahead and finish that bubble up. Continue. And then this, you're just going to kind of want to read over when to make a function, how to make it. Just make sure that you understand that. Once you think you do, go ahead and move on. And I will say go ahead and stop that video, read over that, and then come back. And then welcome back. We'll take a look at Bubble 10. This one is a little tricky and is going to take a little bit of time. So first you want to run the program, see how it works, read it. We've seen this in some other of the bubbles that we wanted to fix. So you're kind of familiar with it, but we want to decide where we can put in an update screen as a function and then where we can call that in so that it'll work in our app. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you to go ahead and stop this video, go ahead and test it out, give it a chance, struggle through it a little bit, and then come back. Okay? And then we'll struggle through it together. So welcome back. We'll struggle through this a little bit together. I'm going to try my best to do this perfectly the first time through, but that may or may not happen. So this adult button already works, and let's expand our workspace so you can see what I'm doing as well. So this adult button already works. So like before, we kind of want to copy and paste some of that code down for our other tickets. So for like the child one, we want to make sure that that works. And again, I'll tab over just to make sure that that works and change this. This is a child price now. Same thing here, but I want to make this a senior price. Oh, and I capitalized and I shouldn't have. Okay, and if you'll notice, this is where our update screen, I'm going to move it out to the bottom because it kind of gets messy in here when it's in the middle, and that's why they tell you to put it at the bottom. So I put my update screen, but I haven't defined my function. So let's call it function, let's see, so there's my function. And let's see what I've got going on down here. I think I need another one of these. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to call this function update screen. Let's see what else. Missing name. Oh, I haven't declared it yet. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. We're going to need to add some things down to the bottom of this one because since I copied and pasted that code, I need to fill these in. So I've got a parenthesis that I need to put in, one of these little funky bracket things. And then, let's see what else. Am I missing anything else? Semicolon. I need to call update screen in here. And so I've got that. We'll go back and fix some of these here in a minute. I think that one looks pretty good for now. Let's see. I also need an update screen down here. Oh, I put these out of order. Bracket, and then close that. And then I need another update screen down here. And then I also need one down here. Update screen. And I know I've got some errors. We'll go back and fix those here in a minute. Space that out so I can see where my breaks are. Function. So we've got an error down here. So let's see if I can find it real quick. So I've got function, update screen. I've got that. That one's closed. Oh, I've got an extra one of these. We still needed that. I don't think we need that. Just want to see unnecessary semicolon. Okay, we can get rid of that. Let's see what I've got. Update screen. Okay, I'll pause and I'll come back and give you an update here in a moment. About that, I realized what I did wrong. I declared the function wrong. So let's declare that the right way. So function update screen, then parenthesis, then the funky bracket. That should fix my code, and that's all I think I had wrong. So let's see if that fixes it and makes it work. So now if I run it, Click on the adult, one goes up, child, senior, and let's check to be sure that it says sold out. And sold out appears, so that's it. Once you've got that figured out, you are good to go. You can click finish, move on, and answer that last question.